This is Dizzy Dean here. I'm here with Kevin, Sports Management Worldwide Scout, and today we're going to talk about the up-and-coming NFL 2014-2015 draft. So what do you think that the Texans should take in this year's draft?
Well, in my personal opinion, I would take Jadeveon Clowney. He's the number one overall pick talent that you want. Mm-hmm. He has the physical size, the athleticism. He makes the plays. And I think he beats any quarterback that's sitting right up there in the top 5 ranking. And I think you can honestly get your quarterback a little bit later in the draft.
Okay. I mean, and not to mention he would do well opposite J.J. Watt. I mean, two guys coming in on a quarterback. Quarterback has nothing to do.
Right.
That's a major step for our defense. All right. So you mentioned earlier that we should take a quarterback maybe later in the draft. Who would you pick and why?
Well, I like all the quarterbacks at the top of the draft. They just don't seem like they're top pick quality.
Okay.
So I would go with the guy who everybody's forgetting about, and it's Aaron Murray out of Georgia.
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily have the size. He's 6'1", but he does have some wheels. Not quite Johnny Manziel's wheels, but he's smart, intelligent. He ran the pro. He knows all the plays. He's just a smart, intelligent quarterback. He can make all the reads. He can make all the throws. And if he would have came out in the draft last year, he would have been a first-round pick, no question. Scouting Aaron Murray, when I was doing my sports management worldwide stuff, he impressed me. He jumps off the page when it comes to film study and stuff like that, and he's my pick. And you can honestly maybe get him in the 3rd round, or if you really like him, in the 2nd.
So, as far as Manziel goes, not first, definitely not first pick, and 2nd round, the Texans can still find a better quarterback.
Well, yes, Manziel has some things that he does elite. Like he has elite athleticism and speed, and his ability to make off-schedule plays, of course. But he's too wild. He's too crazy. You see a lot of college quarterbacks who just make wild, off-the-chart plays, and it just doesn't translate to the NFL. He hasn't dropped back in a pro-style offense since middle school, and he's a project. And
his attitude doesn't help.
His attitude doesn't help. All the off-the-field issues. I mean, you don't want somebody who's, once they get $1 million in their pocket, what are they going to do with it? But you do need a quarterback, and that's one of the top things that the Texans need. But I just feel like you can go a 49ers or Seahawks route where you get a great defense and then get a quarterback later in the draft.
So what do you think Bill O'Brien and the new Texans coaching staff is going to be focusing on? Just a few days, a couple weeks left of the draft.
Well, right now they're definitely looking at film. They're going over every prospect with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find anything that you're going to find.
The sleepers.
Yeah, the sleepers, or just anything bad you might find on a potential draftee, I guess, because you're about to pay these guys millions. And, Bill O'Brien's a quarterback guru. He's an offensive mind. So, he has his idea on what quarterback he wants. And whether he decides he wants one in the top tier of the draft, or do you want somebody later. You also have Romeo Crennel, who's going to implement a new defense. And it's going to be a hybrid 3-4, so you'll see a lot of 4-3 formations in there as well. So, he's going to want his playmakers. Maybe some outside rushers at outside linebacker, or maybe some depth at corner, because we are paper thin there.
Yeah, we found that out last new coach Bill O'Brien. What do you think the upcoming expectations are, for this year?
Well, of course, you want it to be kind of like what the Kansas City Chiefs went through last year. They had the first pick. They made it to the playoffs. So you want that. And I think we have the team built for that. You have a good defense. You have strong weapons on offense. You just need that playmaker at quarterback, and maybe a playmaker on defense. And they need to buy into the system. But ultimately, I see them squeaking into the playoffs as maybe as a wild card. Maybe a 10-6 season or something like that. Yeah, take a step back, but at least you get the fans back into playoff atmosphere, and you start building off of that. You get a top couple picks this year, and then you build off that.
So you think probably about 3 to 4 year?
Well, no, I think maybe sooner that. Maybe as soon as not this season coming up, but maybe next season after that, you might see us in the AFC Championship kind of game. You know, something like that. You don't want to predict the Super Bowl right now, but I mean, you do have the weapons and you do have the tools in place, and you're making a ton of room in salary cap to, you know, maybe get a potential free agent that could help the team later on.
I mean, especially with the new coach, Bill O'Brien, you know, having that new outlook. You know, no one knows really what to expect for the Texans. So, you know, future predictions are kind of hard at this point. But, you know, we still know what we can expect as far as having a new voice, you know, for the team. You know, with Gary Kubiak being repetitive like he was, you know, everyone knew that we were going to run the ball, you know, every first down. So we got predictable, got repetitive, and pretty much I think that was our downfall.
Right.
So yeah, I think definitely having a new perspective head coach would definitely do us a lot of help.
Right.
And I think could put us in the right direction.
He's an offensive genius, so you know you're going to see some things that maybe a college coach would bring to the game, like a Jim Harbaugh or you know somebody.
Chip Kelly.
Yeah, Chip Kelly, somebody fresh, you know, a new style, you know, something that you're maybe not used to.
So Kevin, I think we've got everything. We appreciate you coming out and helping me with my. To let everyone know, this is my friend Kevin Jolly. He's a scout at Sports Management Worldwide.
This has been Dizzy Dean from the Everything Houston Texans Sports Blog. Thank you.